Karoline Leavitt is done, 20 months at that podium, and the press corps never landed a punch on her. Her last hit on the way out: Democrats want to open our prisons, abolish our police, and keep our borders wide open. And then she read the votes, tips, overtime, Social Security, and listen to who voted no. It was 20 months. 20 months at the most hostile podium in American politics. I've been in that room. I've seen just how dirty it can be. And the press corps never once broke her. She was 27 when she started, 2 babies at home now, and she out-argued a credentialed room every single day without a producer in her ear. And on her way out, she handed you the entire midterm case, and I'm going to play you her exact line about what the Democrats want to do to your prisons, your police, and your border, plus the 4 roll call votes she read that gut the affordability pitch. So hold on, because open enrollment season is bearing down, and there's a bulletin here that will never scroll across a mainstream chyron. It's developing patriots, millions of seniors overpaying for Medicare right now, and the outfits that could fix it earn more when nobody notices. Big insurance runs on confusions, the mailers, the robocalls, the fine print that nobody finishes. Now the part they cut for time. There is a newsroom for your Medicare. It's called Chapter. Independent Medicare advisors, the only advisors comparing every plan nationwide. Chapter reviews your doctors and prescriptions and reports back what actually fits. If you're already in the right place, they'll confirm if you are in the best plan. If not, they'll help you switch plans. One call under 20 minutes and it costs you nothing. 910-728-4109. That's the number on the screen. 910-728-4109. Like Karoline, know when to walk and know when to stay put. So he was spinning up the press before I was even alive. That's Karoline Leavitt on President Trump. And she's right, the tabloid wars ran in New York decades before she was even born. Then she drops the line that I keep replaying. They joke he's the real communications director. Now watch her say it. Let's get into the post here. Press secretary is the best to ever do it. Thank you for your service. We will miss you. That's Rapid Response posting to the press secretary in one of her final hits outside the White House today.
Feeling good. You know, of course, it's a little bit bittersweet. It's bitter because I'm leaving a job that I love so very much. And it's been the honor and blessing of a lifetime to work for this president, President Trump. There will never be another like him, and to serve as his spokesperson behind that podium. It has been the adventure of a lifetime. And I'm so grateful to him for believing in me and allowing me to serve in this role over the last 20 months. And now being very understanding as a boss and a friend that it's time for me to take a step back so I can spend more time with my 2 beautiful children. Of course, I have a 2-year-old and a 4-month-old. They're just at a critical time in their life where they need their mom home a little bit more. So I look forward to spending more time with them, but continuing to serve the president as a top advisor on the outside. I'm grateful to him that he still wants me to stick around just in a way that I can spend more time with family. So it's been, again, just such an adventure working here with the president, with our great White House Chief of Staff, Susie Wiles, our first female chief of staff in history, and all of the great people that work around the clock here every day to make our country strong and safe and secure. It's been the adventure of a lifetime.
2 little ones at home. I could imagine what she's going through there. 20 months at the podium. She never lost around here. She is on the affordability fight. Democrats voted against no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, no tax on Social Security.
Audience needs to remember is what this president and Republicans in Congress have done. The largest middle-class tax cuts in American history. No tax on tips for our workers. No tax on overtime. No tax on Social Security for our seniors. That's putting more money in your pockets today. And Democrats voted against every single one of those policies. So they want to talk about affordability. They voted to raise your taxes. They voted against the largest middle-class tax cuts in American history. Look at our border. The president inherited a mess, a wide-open border from the Democrats in the Biden administration. He sealed it on day 1. We are deporting violent, illegal alien criminals from this country. The Democrats are complete radicals on this issue. They want to open our prisons, abolish our police, and keep our borders wide open to countries and criminals all over this world. So there's a huge contrast on the ballot, and you're going to continue to hear the president drive that contrast and travel across the country.
That's the contrast she's been driving. Now the president himself says that she was spinning up the press before she was even born.
Well, something that's so great about President Trump, and I remember this all the time, is he's been dealing with the media and the press long before he even got into politics. I mean, he was, of course, a businessman, built a business empire in New York City and was on the front pages of many tabloids and was spinning up the press, before I was even alive. So he's a pro at this game, and he gets how it's played. And so I've learned so much from him with respect to how to deal with the media. And he really is, like I say, his best spokesperson. We joke he's the real communications director here at the White House. So just following his lead and getting insight into how he thinks has been tremendously helpful to me as a young professional.
She calls him the real communications director. She also calls him the best boss that she's ever had.
So you spend a lot of time together, but I will just say this. He is the best boss I've ever had. He is so fun. He has a great sense of humor. So many stories I could share about just traveling around the world with him, Air Force One, Marine One, countries all over the world, across our great country here, meeting with great Americans. He has a huge heart. He's hospitable. He's generous. And he loves this country and the American people. And so just so many moments I've seen him behind the scenes, away from the cameras, where he's touched the heart, I know, of so many Americans across the country, whether it's our veterans, our Gold Star families, our angel moms. He loves this.
He loves his country. Quote, they voted to raise your taxes. They voted against the largest middle-class tax cuts in American history. No tax on tips, no tax on overtime, no tax on Social Security. Every Democrat in Congress voted no. Hakeem Jeffries, Chuck Schumer, all of them. And now they want to lecture you about the price of eggs. That's contempt, and it's on paper. So thank her, genuinely. 20 months of standing in front of that fire so the rest of us didn't have to. And she's walking out on her own terms to go be a mom to a 4-month-old. Now watch the spin start. Chaos, cracks, a resignation. It's all a lie. She stays on as an outside advisor to the president. And here's your job. Memorize those 4 votes, tips, overtime, Social Security, the middle class cut. Yeah, when your brother-in-law brings up affordability at Thanksgiving, you hand him the roll call. Drop a thank you to Karoline in the comments and share this with somebody still buying the Affordability Act. She gave us the ammunition, so use it. You see Karoline Leavitt behind that podium there for 20 months. And our press pool stood in that same room with her. Text White House to 844-840-4963, and the reports our people pull from inside building land on your phone every night, whether or not YouTube feels like showing you this segment. And now some of you read that file and immediately you want to do something with it, so text Signal to that same number and enlist in the next News Signal Corps. Real missions, real ranks, a command center, and patriots who move information instead of waiting for permission. I need you in this fight, so get in tonight.